evening. Don't know if anybody's already waiting on my channel. Maybe not. We'll give it a minute or two for maybe a few to join. Before we go into any particular detail. Do let me know in chat if you can actually hear me. Hey, I am Bird. First one in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me. I don't know if it's clear enough. Maybe I need to get closer. I don't know. You guys let me know. VR Realm, Jason. Hey guys. Then 14. And there's me thinking you've all forgotten me. Well, you're probably thinking that I've forgotten you guys. What is going on here? How's that? Oh, somehow my cable got from my charging my phone. Got under my leg then. I'll put some of that cable in my pocket, shall I? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Hey gamer. Hey Manuel. This is gonna be weird scrolling on this chat here. Oh, I haven't put my phone. I'll still see whether it keeps up. Alright, Matt. Ryan, how's it going? Not forgetting me. Yeah, George. Oh, like everyone's in here now. Look, Kent. Audio seems fine. That's good. See this little camera here. This little camera is awesome. I love this little camera. I mean, it's not a very good camera, but for live streaming 360 at a press of a button, and the audio tends to be alright. Can't really argue. I bought all sorts of other bloody cameras that's meant to do it and meant to do it better, but they never work properly. My old Go videos, what are you on about? Classic Go videos, they still get me tons of views, those Go videos. People are still loving the Go. I still love the Go. I still do it. What am I doing at the moment? I own this. I own this VR arcade. This VR arcade is mine. Now I've got a couple of partners mine, but this is essentially my business. I own it. Everything that happens here, you know, is because of me. So this is what I've been doing. This is what I've been doing for the last, what, 3-4 months now? Hence why you haven't seen much from me, is this. So if you look back on my channel, the last few videos have been about this place, but I know everyone watches those. But I thought I'd kind of just do a little live stream. I've been trying to keep me to dig this little camera out and do a little live stream. I did have an 8K camera that could stream in 4K, but I could never get it to work. So if that ever works, you'll have a upgrade in quality when it gets to that camera. But for now, this one in 2K, I'll have to do. But I think if you watch this back in your VR headset on YouTube VR, you might be able to actually watch it in a 360 video, sort of looking around, which should be quite good. So yeah, this is a little Samsung Gear VR camera. It's not the best camera ever, don't get me wrong, the quality isn't great. But for live streaming like this, straight to a phone, you can't argue. The camera does a good job, and that's me nudging it. It sounds right. Yeah, Rob. Oh, you are watching on your Quest. Chili Pepper. Is that? Can you actually look around then? So you actually sort of look around in 360. We've literally just shut the door, so we're not open at the moment. We are open as in the business has been going, but you know, we can get through this live stream and what was I trying to say? And get you guys, you know, get it all started, sort of thing, rather than waiting. You recorded your wedding with this camera, yeah? Ken, this is quite a cool little camera. And even today, it still holds up as well. You know, if you can get these things for like 50 quid, real bargain. Hey, Xbox in my veins. Should we tell people who you are, or should we leave that as a secret? Shall we? I don't know. You let me know if you want me to tell them. Looks cool in your VR headset. That's good then. That's good. We'll give you a little tour of everything. What's in here? What's around? All that good stuff. I don't think you can see the window, but the little girl just scooted past, going as she goes past in the window. Is the coronavirus affecting business? Well, Yes and no, I guess. I mean, it must have an impact. I mean, it must do, mustn't it? Like, people must be thinking, oh, I'm just going to stay away from places, not go out more. It's got to have an impact. Is it a noticeable impact? I don't know. I'd say we probably have been a little bit quieter the last couple of weeks overall. Pinched together in that corner there. That's where you find Gloucester. That's where I am. Bang in the middle of town as well. Town centre. But yeah, so give you guys a little bit of a look round. As I say, if you're on your phone, you can actually kind of pan round. Oh no, I can't there. Pan round, have a little look around, see what you want to see. And funny enough, I've done some videos of like giving tours of this place and that sort of thing. But each time I did it twice. Each time the audio came out terrible. It was like rubbish. So I had to kind of put me off. I got too busy, wasn't able to do it again. So I'm gonna, use this excuse, use this situation to kind of show you guys around and give you a little look. Corona proof, yeah. I say, if you just stay in VR, you stay there, I stay here. Right. Obviously, if you want to come here and spend some money, you can do that as well. But I got my little swivel chair. I did have 4 of these set out here, but they're all in the storeroom now because all we get is kids jumping on these chairs, making them go higher, lower, spinning them around. It was doing my head in. So I've hidden them away and I'm only going to get them out if I actually need them. Is that a cat to your left? To my right, yes, there is a big Tiger VR thing for little kids. They put 2 £1 coins in. It's got a little selection of VR games they can play. They can just look through the headset there. Got a couple of buttons in it, a couple of sets of lockers. And the lockers were one thing I thought we'd use more of, but surprisingly I could probably count on 2 sets of hands, maybe the amount of times I've seen people lock stuff in their lockers. Most people don't seem to care, they just leave their stuff around while they're in VR and not worry about it. Fine. I only know one, as far as I'm aware, has I don't think pinched from here yet. So, yeah, that's good. Because if you kind of look at our front door, that's the door to the front of the street. They lead straight in. What should I go through? This over here? These machines? So these are our motion simulators. I won't go too far. These are our motion simulators. So the VR pods, 2 people sit in them, one side by side. Inside's got vibration, wind, obviously audio, 360-degree video. You put it on 3D, and then the whole thing moves like you're on a roller coaster. People genuinely feel like they're going upside down in those sort of things. So they're pretty cool. And then over there, I don't know if you can see, the VR slides. It's kind of pretty much exactly the same sort of thing, but only does slides and roller coasters, whereas the pods have got a little bit more variety. Well, I'd say a little bit more. It's got 130 different things on it. So, that's looking a bit close there, aren't I? Look, it's got 130 different things on it. So there's a lot of things for people to choose from. Behind you, or behind me, behind you, over there, that's our VR racing. So 6 VR seats. Obviously headset on, so you're inside the car. I'm sure you guys know, I don't need to explain to you how that works. But like enthusiast level steering wheels that got proper feedback. Wind that goes, so every time when you drive you go faster, the wind blows more, and sort of as you turn corners it kind of changes. That's quite cool. And then kick buttons in them as well, so they kind of vibrate in the seat, so you kind of feel the vibration of the rumble of the car sort of thing. The whole things don't move because A, they would have cost a lot more, and B, they would take up a lot more room as well. So this way we've got 6 of them, and it's quite nice having 6 people racing at the same time in the same game. Running Project Cars 2 technically, but like a pro version, so it's like an arcade version, which makes it easy for us to use the PC kind of to the right there, to kind of run them. Like you can stop and start games from there. Makes life a lot easier. What done here? You're at Paradise Decay. How's it going, buddy? PD. What else we got? Stall, snacks, lamps that people think they're little hologram lamps. You probably can't see them here. I'll move you over there in a bit. People seem to think that they're just part of our display. We actually sell those. But shall we move you a little bit closer? Shall I move you in there so you can have a little look at? Hang on, let me move the barrier out of the way. I don't know how clear it is when I walk over here. If I kind of pick you guys up gently. So if you're in a VR headset, sorry about this, but let's move you over gently into here and move you around to face the pods. There you go. I'm just going to move the headset. So they come with them while we're racing. While I was doing it. I say racing. It's not racing. And then you just choose on that screen there from a big selection of things. And it is very popular. We charge sort of £5 per go on these, and people love it. People think they're great. I've not had one per wow. Some people are a bit cheap, but you know it's an unusual thing, and people are quite happy to pay £5 a turn. Sometimes takes a little while just to physically get going and start moving. Be gentle. Get ready. Maybe you should close your eyes next time I move it. But you can get a better look at the slide there, so we can get the slides going as well. You can kind of see it's moving, but this one that's on at the moment is like a gyro swing. So it's one of these big swings at the fairs you get, that swing up and swing around. And people, well, I've done it as well, you feel like you're going upside down. It's nuts. It's just like enough of a convincer to get you going. And the headsets, they're only 3 DOF headsets, so they're not 6 DOF or anything like that. So, but people still swear by it. Let's stop that, shall we? Makes a lot of noise. And then you can kind of see the slide there as well. Doing this very sort of similar thing, but it's because people are roller coasters and stuff. Oh. As you can imagine, you get some good reactions from those sort of things. So these machines came from China, way before coronavirus was ever a thing. Well, I assume so. And you know, kind of the show centre sort of piece to the arcade, because people walk by the big windows there. That's a high street out there. That's kind of like a main high street. They walk past. They see these machines, they see people on them, they share videos of them, and you know they get all excited and sort of bring them in. Hopefully they spend a £5 on these, have a little go there. They might try some other VR, whether it's the racing or whether it's the gaming, which is over there. If you move you over that way a little bit, we've got some cars outside. So if you're in a VR headset, maybe close your eyes for a second. Let's move you here. I'm not at home, Mr. Ruben World. This is my virtual reality arcade, immersive entertainment centre, as I like to call it. It's closed, as in we shut it for the day. We shut at 8 on the weekday, but I was just kind of showing people around. Imagine if that was my house. Imagine having one of those machines, or that machine, inside your own house. There's a few people do joke about having these machines in their house, but it's not very practical. But that's why you come here. You know, it's cheaper to have a few goes, pay me to let you have a few goes, buy one yourself. And the same with most VR, to be fair. Most people are not going to buy themselves a headset, even though, you know, you and I have all got headsets and we do enjoy VR. It's still a very niche thing overall. Very rare, well, I say very rare, it's a very small percentage of people that come in here that say they've already played VR, let alone own it as well. So, these CRT screens with light gun games. Well, I do have a classic arcade machine over there. Can you see it? Classic arcade retro machines, 50p a go. It's got 2100 games on it, everything from like Pong to Street Fighter to Mortal Kombat to I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Pac-Man, there you go. They're all on there. So that's quite popular as well, that machine. Do you post the lights? Do you post the lights to sell the lights? Do you mean them? Those things? They're like holographic sort of perspex things that you plug into USB and they light up. Is this reality or virtual? Who knows? It's kind of both. Given that this is in VR, 360, and about VR, is it what sort of degrees of freedom are we talking about here? But yeah, this is Gloucester in the UK. So I don't know whether you guys know much about Gloucester, know much about the UK. We've got a little sweetie machine over there. The guy's walking by looking at me weird. He just got out of his car. He's parked it right next to a post though, so he really struggled to get out of his car door there. Numpty. I mean, you can't really park out there at night time. People do. It is kind of like a pedestrianised street, so you can drive down it, but it's mainly for sort of people walking down. But let's so say hi to Bella. Hi Bella. How's it going, Bella? Show me the snacks. We haven't got many snacks. Let's move you a little bit closer. So close your eyes. So we have some drinks here. Yes, yes. Just some soft drinks, things that aren't fizzy, the things that are in sports bowls. So if people drop them, they don't go everywhere. So far, we've not had any spillages. Nice. And then there's a few chocolate bars and that sort of thing, just to stop people from going somewhere else when they're thirsty or hungry. They'll just grab a quick snack here and hopefully, stay around and have another go or something else. Dr. Foster lives here. Yes, that is true. Where's Vin Beansel? Right, where else can we go? We've pretty much got nowhere else. So you've seen my desk, that's my lights, my whatever. Some secret stuff down there. Let's move a little bit closer to the races, shall we? So you can have a little look over there. So let's hold on tight. Let's move you over here. There you go. I'm going to stand behind the camera now. So there's our VR races. 6 of them. It's good fun seeing people racing together. We have a Thursday, it's half price racing. Just get more people in doing a bit of the racing, because what we do have is over there is like a monthly leaderboard where we have a certain track and a certain car, and if you set the fastest time on that leaderboard, you get 2 free hours for you and a friend next month. So CJ, who's on there at the moment, he comes in every month. He's won the last 2, so he's probably going to win this one as well, because he came in today, did an hour because it's half price, and stormed the leaderboard. Took like 3 seconds off even the closest one off there. So crazy, but it's a lot of fun here. The only downside to the racing is some people do get motion sick from it, which is a real shame. Like I think it's because it's so real feeling to some people, they can't separate it. And if you get motion sickness in a normal car as a passenger or something like that, you will absolutely get motion sick in these. It's a shame. It's funny because you get like 10, 20, 30 people go through these, and then you'll get a group where half of them are for motion sick. So it's really strange. There's no kind of proper sort of you can't look at someone and go, oh, they're definitely going to get motion sick. You can't really tell, because we've had people of all ages, all abilities, or whatever play this, and it is a shame that some people do get it, but you don't want to push it. You don't want to push it too hard. If you do get motion sick from racing, don't push it. It'll make you feel really bad. But those that can do it, they enjoy it. They love it a lot. And we even have like people come in, they've got physical disabilities. A guy comes in, he's half paralysed, he can't use his left leg or left arm. He comes in, sits in that number 1 seat there, and he's racing like Formula 1 cars, one-handed, one-footed, and thinks it's amazing. So that's the power of VR, really, giving the people those kind of experiences that they couldn't have otherwise. And it's kind of one of the reasons why I got into this, really, is to be able to do that with people. We've got 4 gaming booths, so back there you can probably see sort of headset controllers. We use the Oculus Rift S headset for our racing and our gaming. The inside-out tracking makes life so much easier. Obviously it's always tethered to the PC, so there's no worry about battery. The headset's nice and light, nice and comfortable with the headband. Quick and easy to put on people. No fiddling around with straps, just crank it, sorted, in you go, playing. So I know a few people kind of go, oh, why don't you use Quest? Well, one of the reasons is probably people to unplug it and bugger out the door, and they've got a working headset. Whereas I guess here, if they were to unplug the headset and pinch it, they wouldn't really have a working headset. They still need to buy themselves a cable. So yeah, so far we've not lost any controllers, no headsets, not from theft, that is. We've had a few damage, mind. But no controllers broken yet though. So I know there's lots of posts where people have their rings and their controllers broken, and these controllers get punched into the wall and all sorts, and none of them are broken yet. So that's good going. Let's move her over to one of these booths there, shall we? Out of the way of people. Out there, I can see some guy with his lights on out there. Oh, I think he's going. Alright, close your eyes. Let's move over here. There we go. So you have a little closer look at one of my gaming booths. I wish this wall would have been flat now, but that was my mistake. I should have said when the builders were doing this, make it flat, because then I have this padding on here. We've got this like soundproofing type padding, which looks kind of cool. But obviously serves a purpose as well. If somebody punches it with a controller, then they're not gonna break the controller. And we do have the AMVR sort of controller grips on the handle covers, because we had a lot of people when they were sort of first doing this, just like constantly pulling the battery cover off. It was a nightmare. So we quickly put those on. And the AMVR ones is one where you get the grip as well around the hand, but we've got rid of that because we don't really need that in this situation. We just wanted to keep the batteries on more than anything else. And if anything, it kind of makes it a little bit more sort of ergonomic for your hand anyway, so that's quite nice. And then the Rift S headsets, they've all got the sort of silicone sort of area, they all track perfectly. You've got blinds that you pull up to kind of make the spaces bigger if you need to. So this is kind of like your average kind of booth size. So if people got a lot of room to play in, but at the same time you can sort of pull up the blinds and kind of, if you've got two, they can play together. And the reason why we've got sofas as well is, you know, so people can kind of share it, watch each other play, have a little go together. And you know, even if you do have a VR headset, what's the chances you've got two VR headsets? So hence why we've got a dedicated sort of multiplayer setting in the software sort of thing, so people can choose a multiplayer game so they can play with each other and against each other. How old am I? I am going to be 40 this year. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Downhill clips? Do I look it? I don't. Well, I'll probably do. Yes, I'll probably do. That ouch! You spotted it down there, Michael. Yeah, it's that was the death of one of the headsets. So the headset was here, kid was here. He was playing super hot, and he just got so carried away. He was literally like running from one side to the other, and then he was like diving, and that was his knee went into the wall. Down there, a knee, his face went in there, gave himself a fat lip, good. But it actually did break the headset as well, so we had to kind of put a different headset in here. Thankfully we had a few spare, we were able to do that. But that was a bit annoying, a bit disappointed that we lost the headset. The green screen isn't a green screen, well it is green, technically a green screen, so you could use it as a green screen or for like mixed reality, all that sort of stuff. But they're actually blinds, so we can actually fold them up. Make the spaces bigger. There you go. And now you've got double the space, and now we've got a blue screen. But you are right though, we could use them as green screens. How many wrists do we have there anyway? So we've got 4 gaming headsets, 4 game booths, and 6 races, there's 10 altogether, Rift S's. We've got a few backups as well for like damages and repairs, and we've had a few headsets that have had like the HDMI display port issues and stuff that you get with Rift S's. But you just swap the headset out and it suddenly starts working, even though that headset probably had the same issue not so long ago. But there you go. You wish you were 40 again, Rush? Yeah, well, you know, I guess I'm not 40 yet. I will be 40 this year. Microsoft Shade, if it's blue screen of death here, just kind of like blue screen of death. VR blue screen of death. Thankfully though, the Rift S's track perfectly fine. A moment where it will just forget its Guardian, but that's probably like once every couple of weeks maybe one of them will forget the Guardian. You love VR. If you're 13, you missed out on parties, etc. VR. Will I do drugs with you, Dwayne? No, I won't. I do not do drugs. I do not endorse doing drugs. I'm not even a smoker. I hardly drink. Although you wouldn't guess it, given the size of me. I do drink occasionally, but not much. I won't say I live a healthy life. I just don't feel the need for drugs. That's just me. You want to do them? You do them. Yeah, inside-out tracking makes life so much easier, because a lot of VR arcades, they have like the Vive Pro headsets and that sort of thing, but that would make so much more effort with lighthouses and all that sort of stuff, especially we've got 6 racers and then 5 gaming booths with the blinds coming up and down and whatever. I think the tracking would just be a nightmare to kind of maintain and keep good. So at least this way, with the inside-out tracking, we don't have to worry about it. You just put the headset on, you mark the floor, sorted. The racing, we don't even mark the floor, we just got the Guardian turned off, and they've never even had the Guardian turned on them. And with the good thing with the racing as well is when you put the headset on, the first screen they see is like a calibration screen where it tells them to look forward for 4 seconds, and that just calibrates that that's forward, where the head is kind of like the head height in the car, sorted. Job's a good one, awesome. So it's super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Did anyone get that reference? No. Yeah, the Rift S is a really nice headset. I do like it. Does this concern any Oculus Go folks? You forgot about us, RaMarcus. No, I haven't. I have 4 Oculus Go's for the venue. I do have 4 Oculus Quests as well, mine. But when we got parties or groups or corporate events or whatever, we grab those out. We put those on to people. I took a Quest and a Go to a meeting with the local NHS and council not so long ago, and showed them sort of VR and that sort of thing. And they were more excited with the Oculus Go's potential than they were with the Quests. Playing games and stuff with the Quest, they thought it was great for sort of moving people around or whatever. But just allowing people on a budget as well, just to escape with the Oculus Go was awesome. They just, their ideas of kind of video content that people could watch, that they could develop, that they could put in, made them really think sort of thing. So I've got them coming back. Again, not too far, quite soon I think, to kind of go over all that sort of stuff. So don't worry, Oculus Go, still love that device, even though I think it's officially been discontinued, or not officially. I don't think they've officially said it, but it looks like it. But maybe that's because we're going to get Oculus Go 2. There's been rumours that you might get a controllerless Quest, and that'll be the new Go. Just finger tracking. I don't know. We'll see. Does it ever get crowded in here? Yeah, it does. On a Saturday daytime, sort of early afternoon, sort of that sort of time, it gets very busy in here. Like we'll have all these gaming booths booked out. We'll have all the races booked out. It'd just be chaos in here. But for the most part, it's kind of more of a trickle of people, I'd say, for the most part. And that's all we really need. You just need sort of 2 or 3 people an hour. Just kind of churning through here. Keeps the place going well. Like today we had 4 guys in here from a local college. They're all sort of here playing games, all playing Arizona Sunshine on the Rift in a 4-player game, sort of horde mode, defending each other from zombies. At the same time, we had a mother and her son racing each other on the races. That sort of thing. It's great to see. You even get sort of, we had the other day, we had a son come in, he had an hour of gaming, and the mother, she had half an hour in a separate booth, so she played half an hour Beat Saber while he was trying to beat all his scores, and then he just carried on playing for another half an hour after, sort of thing, where she had a little rest. But it's nice to see. It's nice to see the different variety of people are coming and doing VR. It's awesome. Where's the dartboard? Your shirt? A dartboard on my shirt? Yeah, right. The first thing you did was just hand tracking, yeah. VR arcade pitch meetings are tight. You like it? Yeah, super easy. Bare inconvenience. You got it. Alright, Baz, how's it going? Yeah, that's it, Michael. Like, that's the great thing about some VR games. It's like just normal games as well. You find the right game for the right people. They love it. My other half, she does like a good bit of VR, but she does like Beat Saber. I remember letting her play my original Rift, CV1, and it just becoming soaked in sweat because she was so sort of into it. She was playing just like buckets of sweat coming off her. I had to let that headset literally dry out because of the default padding on a Rift, or even a Rift S is like foam, so you need to get some sort of cover or replacement stuff for that sort of thing, for sure. Can you easily move the center pods to one side to make space for Space Pirate Trainer on Quest? Well, in theory, I wouldn't have to, because I can just walk over here, put this blind up, and then fall down here. And we've got all this space for activities. So we can play in Space Pirate Trainer wherever you want in this kind of area. Now it could be doing being a little bit wider. I guess if the sofas were taken away, that would give a little bit more extra room. But that's a decent amount of space for playing sort of almost arena scale gaming. Obviously, it would be nice to have more space, and I think definitely thinking about it for my next arcade, I probably would want more of the gaming areas because we've only got 4. They're always the first thing to go. Booked out and that sort of thing, but I think double the amount or triple. But then saying that, I only really need those on a Saturday or when the kids are off. every other day 4 tends to be okay. Yes, it's all working, Dwayne. Thank you. Yeah, CV1 is still a great headset. What's my favourite experience here? And I think given the sets that we've got, I think overall I like the racing. I'm not a big racing guy, but I do like the racing. I like the setup, I like the force feedback on the steering wheels. I always think it's funny when kids have a go at the steering wheels and they've got proper force feedback. They're driving like these powerful cars onto the grass and they're going, oh, it's driving itself. It's driving itself. Oh, where's this car driving itself? And they're just letting go of the steering wheel while driving at full power over the grass. It's like, no, that's what would happen if you drove a high-powered car onto some grass and just let go of the steering wheel. It would, it would go nuts. They don't get it because they're so used to playing like control pad and you know having pretty much zero feedback apart from some vibration. They just don't get it. And it's funny, you get even adults say that. Even adults go, oh, it doesn't control very realistic. It's like, it is. It's like super realistic. You just never driven a 600 brake horsepower car across a dirt field before. That's what would happen. All right, Michael. Thanks. So we move you guys down this way a little bit. So if you're in a VR headset, hold still with the races actually, as all 6 headsets are making the same sort of trailer noise, playing the same video over and over again, and they're ever so slightly out of sync. So it's like, nah, nah, nah. Oh, it does my head in. I think I've actually heard it so much now, I actually don't even hear it anymore. It's actually kind of disappeared in my head. We are open, George. We'll just close at the moment. We close at 8 o'clock in the evening, Monday to Friday, or Sunday to Friday. On a Saturday we're open until 10. It's, you know, it's busy on and off in the evenings. It's funny because where we're based, we're in like the town location. So sort of when town is busy, we're busy because people are just around, I guess, and they'll just pop in and have a little bit of VR. But then some nights it's very quiet, and some nights it's very busy. It's there's no way of kind of judging it. At the moment, it just seems very random. Do we play Rec Room? We don't have Rec Room installed on the systems, or do we? Actually, it might be installed. We just haven't enabled it because what we don't want is people just going around and playing whatever. But I think there is a way of us locking in certain game types, like taking people straight into paintball or private paintball games where only these 4 stations play. Because our most popular games for sort of on here are like Arizona Sunshine, the zombie shooter, Super Hot, obviously people love Super Hot, Fruit Ninja, people love Fruit Ninja. So there are the obvious VR sort of favourites, and I think they're kind of favourites because people have seen them. It's quite funny, I always think, where you get kids that come in and they start playing the games that they've seen YouTubers play, and they end up reenacting exactly how the YouTuber did it when they play. So if a YouTuber did something, they would say the exact same words that YouTuber did and that, and they're like talking along, like chatting through. It's the YouTuber world, I guess, isn't it? Yeah, so it's been open a while now. We opened in the end of November. So what's that? We're heading on to 4 months now. Ugh. What's the one experience that people tend to come back for? It probably is Arizona Sunshine. It's one of the more expensive games because we have to license the games. We use a program called Synthesis, or pay per month, per station, or per license for them. And people do come back to play multiplayer. So I think that's almost the key with this area here, being four headsets. It's like quite a lot of people will have, you know, when I say a lot of people will have one headset. I'm sure you guys have got one headset at least. But do you have 2? Do you have the ability to have multiplayer in your same house with a friend down the road? Does your friend have a VR headset? Unlikely. But here, like we had 4 guys playing Arizona Sunshine earlier, loving it. And they come back, people come back specifically just to play some more Arizona Sunshine. We have a couple that come and play, and they must be sort of, I'm going to be polite, in their 50s, maybe a little bit older, and they'll play zombie shooting together. Like she'll be going, oh dear, look behind you, the zombies coming. It's awesome to see. So we get people coming back for Arizona Sunshine, and quite a lot of people coming back for the racing. People get very competitive with the racing, on their own or in a pair, wanting to race each other. Try and beat that time. That definitely draws people in. So I think we definitely need to kind of run some more tournaments, because I think people by their very nature are quite competitive. So we see a lot of that. We have Pistol Whip on here. People like Pistol Whip, but it's one of those games that people haven't seen much of on YouTube and that sort of thing. They don't know it exists. But people who do, I do recommend it to people. People who do play it do enjoy it. I saw talking about the Chinese pods. Yeah, so the pods are working out really well. We've kind of got the three main features. So you've got the VR motion simulators over there, you've got the racing, and then you've got the gaming. And they're all kind of holding up pretty evenly in kind of what money people are really enjoying them. All you've got to make sure is, though, that we kind of curate kind of the experiences they try on those, because some of them, I think if you've ever followed the channel before, some of them are 360 3D videos, sort of experiences, so the whole thing moves and you're looking in every direction. But some of them are VR 180, and they could be like, they're not even, I don't know if you really call them VR 180, because the video is like locked to your face, so wherever you move, the video follows with you. So if it's the roller coaster in front of you, you move, it follows your face, which is fine, because some of them are quite good. As long as people can sit back and just look forward, they're fine. But if they start looking around and it starts following their face, it can make you feel a bit woozy. So we don't kind of suggest those ones to people. But some people get a bit sort of trigger happy on the old display and start choosing them. And we go, look, you shouldn't choose those. Let's choose a nice one for you, a good one. And people love them. People love the key ones, the big swing and the roller coaster. People will come back and they bring their friends to have a go because they enjoyed it and had a good bit of fun. Like people on the slide screaming and shouting because they're doing it. They really like it. Ever thought about renting out quests, or I don't know. I'd say I'd thought about when I deal with the whole sort of lending it out to people damaging it, then having to deal for an hour of gaming, rather than charge them 20 quid to take it home with them for a day. Nah, stay here and play it. And we've got the quest, so they can have it, you know. Baby VR, yeah, Baby VR brings in not a lot, but enough, you know, in comparison to how much it costs. Livestream works very steady, good, cool. I like it. It's a dirt cheap little 360 camera as well. It's doing lenses, not care about them, put them down, get all the lenses dirty and the cameras dirty. Controllers, I mean, I'll be honest, the Rift S and the Quest controllers, they're not the strongest of controllers ever. The rings around the outside, very sort of cheap, not cheap plastic, that's the wrong word, but it's not very sturdy plastic. And I know a lot of people have had their rings snap, haven't they? And I think the main reason ours have never snapped, we've not lost a single controller yet through snappages, is because we've got tape on the inside. You can see that there, but we put tape because we match the colour of the tape in there to the colour that's on the headset, so we put a bit of tape on the headset so that we always know if for whatever reason the controllers get a bit mixed up, we know which ones go back to which headset quickly. And I think in there's like a little seam, and it's that seam that breaks, and then that breaks the top. So our bit of tape in there, I think, is actually holding that seam together, so it's not even coming close to breaking, and then it's not breaking the top as well. So, a bit of black tape on the inside there, a bit of black electrical tape, might save yourself a Rift S controller or a Quest controller. You heard that here. That's my suggestion. Oh no, don't worry, Michael. Didn't realise you meant this actual time. How high is the room? Well, this bit is like a supporting pillar, so that's solid concrete there. So we had to have that. What's that? 7 foot maybe? But then we've got another couple of foot and a half there. So no one's going to touch those ceilings. We are looking at actually a second location already, in a neighbouring town, and the ceiling's probably maybe just a little bit higher than this. So I'm thinking that's probably a bit low. But we don't have a lot of tall people, super tall people. But we do have some tall people. And what we don't want to do is smacking controllers off the ceiling and the walls and themselves, because we had a kid in the other day who punched himself in the face with a controller. How you do that, I don't know, but he went bop. But there you go. Any other questions? How much hardware has been broken since opening? Not much. We've replaced one headset, technically 2, but I think one of them's actually okay. Wires are a big thing. So these cables, obviously we've got the pulley system up there, but the cables, when people start spinning around, you have to kind of really watch them and sort of stop them and unspin them, because they get so sort of super tight at the headset that it actually ends up breaking the internals of the cables. So I have to kind of replace them. So I've had to replace 2 cables because of that. Now what we've got though is that this sort of thicker sort of bit of tubing from where it comes out of the headset. So what that does is this little bit of tubing on here forces the tangle, forces the knot a lot higher up, so spreads it all out sort of thing. So we've not had a super hard tangle now since I've done that. So that was absolutely worth it. With the pulley system, it's been quite good. You still have to kind of stop people and go, oh look, stop. I mean, take the headset off, you spin it around to make sure, because they can still go super tight. Because some people, they're like spinning tops. They just go round and round and round and round and round and blood in circles. Nightmare. But then you get some people, they just stand still the entire time and they just play. No tangles, no nothing, no, never come close to a wall. Every time somebody comes close to your wall, you start bopping away. And like the guardian barrier is like a good foot away from the wall, and they're like playing inside the guardian barrier. Like, it's like, how do you not see this red wall in front of you this entire time when they're going like this? Some people are weird. So yeah, not too much breakages. Just trying to think, anything else broke? We had one of our sort of boxes on our racers break, which controls the wind. So I had to send off for a new one of those. That came pretty nice and quick. Just trying to think, apart from that wall bit over there, no other kind of major breakages. So far, so quite good. Touch wood. Touching that wood. Do I get any questions about Half-Life Alyx? A couple of people have asked if we're going to get it, and I know a few people in the kind of arcade community have kind of said, do you think we'll get the opportunity to license it? But it's such a story-driven game, unless it's got some form of shorter multiplayer, sort of half an hour type thing in it, I don't think people are going to want to play it, because it's like the Walking Dead game that came out not so long ago. It would have been kind of cool to have that, but it takes you like 30 minutes to get through the tutorial. So they'd have to jump into people's other games all the time, and then it would be super complicated if they didn't do the tutorial to be able to figure out how to play it. It's not worth it. In the arcade scenario, you need games that are quick and easy to play, which, to be fair, is most of VR games. There aren't very many games that are full of story, full of things to do, and people don't tend to choose those. Kids have got very sort of short attention spans, and if it's adults playing together, they want to play the multiplayer stuff. They want to play with each other and against each other. So yeah, I don't think there's going to be a lot of interest for it. I'm sure we'll get more people asking for it once it's released, but I don't think we can license it, so we're not going to be able to get it. Curious if it gets people curious about VR to try out VR Arcade. I mean, they might come in asking about it. So you buy the third-party accessories to keep more sturdy. You mean the Baz? You mean the kind of control rings? Yeah, there are a few things. We did have the silicone ones around the outside, but even the white versions were interfering with the tracking just a little bit, so we ended up getting rid of those. I know I've seen some 3D printed ones, which probably could be quite nice if they're nice and sturdy, holding the ring together. So we might buy some of those at some point. But for now, we've not lost any controllers. I don't think it's too much of an issue. As long as we keep people away from walls and punching themselves in the face, it should be right. Robertson, we do haptic controllers. We don't have, obviously there's a little bit of haptics in the controllers, but here we do have the B haptics vests, and we use a game called Tower Tag. So it's a game that you can only get in our arcades. But we have 4 people, so it's minimum of 4 people, 2v2. And the game kind of is basically, you've got like in your play space, you've got like a little tower, like a little pillar, and you're kind of hiding behind it, one control shooting. You got the vest on so you can feel other people shooting you, and you're like capturing the towers and then pulling yourself to them to get yourself around. So capture, pull, shooting players. And to be fair, the haptic vests are really cool. You do gotta go as somebody's like shooting you in the back. So are they worth the money? No, absolutely not. No, we're never going to get our money back for them, I don't think. Would I buy them again? Yes, because I think once people kind of see them in action, they're going to want to try them. But are they worth the money to the average consumer? No, not yet. But but they are very cool. They are very cool. I'm not sure I would get other accessories like the hand stuff or the face stuff or whatever. Probably not worth it. Yeah, I think a VR vest is a haptic vest is more than enough. Have we learned a lot since starting the venture? Yes. Obviously, I didn't have a very big channel, but learned a lot from that perspective. Learned a lot from VR as well. You know, the getting VR in people's hands and how they like it, how they don't like it, tweaking and changing stuff, trying to keep the business kind of flexible. It's all a lot. Every day I learn something new about sort of how to make things better and how to change things. Should Livestream the launch of Space Pirate Arena? I don't know if it's been confirmed sort of how you can kind of map kind of the area properly, whether this is enough space for Space Pirate Arena. But I think if that works, I think it would be quite fun to kind of have it in here with maybe the 360 camera set up somewhere. Maybe I could dangle it from the ceiling, and you can guys can kind of just watch somebody, a bunch of people playing it. Would you like that? I'm sure I can get people in to play it. I won't be able to charge them for it because you can't really charge people for Quest games unless the developers themselves let me charge it for people. Sports Scramble Tennis, don't have that because it's not on the Rift S, is it? Is it on the Rift S? But we do have some tennis games on there already, so people quite like that sort of little two-player stuff. Do I make good money? We made decent money. I make a wage. My 2 employees make a wage, and the place is paying its bills and making a little bit of money. Or as I say, already looking at a second location sort of thing. So I wouldn't say it's making tons of money. It's making enough money, and given it's a new business that was only set up like 4 months ago from scratch, as in, it's not like it's an existing business that we've just rolled out another one of. It's doing good. You can't complain with a business actually making money, even if it's only a little bit. But a little bit is enough. You sure you don't need more wall padding? You know what? If this stuff was cheaper, I probably would cover the entire walls with it. But it was decent quality padding. It's kind of got like a little shimmer to it. It's quite nice, and it kind of looks kind of cool as well. So as well as being good padding, plus this behind there is like concrete walls, so it kind of adds a little bit of padding, but a little bit of soundproofing as well, so it doesn't sound all echoey in here and that sort of thing. I still do my other business, my 360 business. I still have it. I did do a little bit of work with it not so long ago, but it is definitely kind of sitting on the back burner at the moment. Same as like the YouTube stuff. I just don't have the time for it. Otherwise, I'd love to do it. Any other questions I've missed? Let's try and see if I've missed any questions. If anybody's got any more questions, I'm going to shoot off in a second. I'm going to shut everything down, get the place closed. I don't know whether you guys just want to watch me do that, shut the place down. What I'm going to do is pull these blinds down because I like them down. And then move you guys over here, so if you're watching on VR, close your eyes. There you go, can open them again. Robertson, you subscribed to me lately, you haven't been notified. Well, the trouble is, mate, I honestly haven't been uploading any videos, so there's nothing to be notified for. By all means, please subscribe still. I do intend at some point still get back to doing videos. Oculus Go, if it goes still around, and the Quest and Rift S, and maybe if you want sort of in-depth reviews on sort of the stuff we use here, how we use it, the feedback, and sort of my experience of how things have worked. Could do that. Oh yeah, we'll absolutely do special events. I wanted on the racing, the Australian Grand Prix being cancelled. I was hoping that our races had that track on it. It's called the Albert track or something, isn't it? But we don't. Otherwise, I would be like, "Oh, come do the Albert track here," because you can't, because it's been cancelled. But it hasn't. But we've got other things. Being in town, we're quite kind of part of different communities, that sort of thing. Absolutely run sort of different themed events going forward. I mean, Halloween's a good one. Obviously, once that comes around, we'll definitely do something around there. What other city would be second arcade? Probably be the closest one to us, so maybe sort of like Cheltenham, which isn't far away from here. I don't think would cannibalise the business too much, because a lot of people over there, a lot of people with money as well, so we might go over there first. I can make more quest videos, we'll see. Any other questions? I'm going to move you over there a little bit as well. Ready? Whoop. And I'm going to sit on my chair. Oh. Getting old. It's got a RaMarcus sized dent in this chair. Has the coronavirus affected the arcade? I said this earlier when we first started. I don't believe so too much, but I'm sure it has. Because why wouldn't it? Because people are going to be worried about catching whatever from wherever. It's going to have an impact on any business, you know. And I'm saying that, I'm sure Tesco's and supermarkets and stuff are like making silly money at the moment with people panic buying. But anywhere where people gather, it's going to be quieter. I'd probably say maybe we've noticed sort of a 10, maybe 20% drop over the last couple of weeks, but because we're so new, we've only been open not even 4 months yet, we don't know what a March would be like. So maybe this would be normal. I can't say for sure. All I would say is it's still making its money. It's paying its bills. So that's all we need to worry about at the moment. Obviously, we don't want to put people off completely, but I don't know. I'll sort of say we do make sure we clean all the headsets down, but there's nothing we can do to clean off that virus. So just to kind of just employ good hygiene standards and make sure staff wash their hands, and people look gross, so we kick them out. No, I'm joking. Am I pleased with the progress? Yeah, absolutely. It's been a hell of a ride. A lot of late nights. I've been here every single day apart from Christmas Day and Boxing Day to this arcade since it opened. So since the 23rd of November, and probably technically a month before that, I was here every day, setting up, doing everything. So I built all those chairs back there, all those racing chairs, put them all together, set up the PCs, installed all the software, made sure it all works, put these in the right place, put the sofas over there, put the stuff on the walls, added a guy in to help me stick things to the walls, like drill things or whatever, because that's not my bag. But I painted those doors, I put these in the right places, I get all the soft drinks, you know, everything I've done myself. Even the design, even the logo that you see, I designed that. To the website, me. So it's been a long 4 months. Would I like some time off? Oh yes. And maybe if coronavirus maybe if coronavirus makes everyone have to stay home for 2 weeks, that's not such a bad thing. I get 2 weeks off. But say that means we're not making any money, but you know, it's better that everyone's safe. What's my opinion on possible Quest 2? I don't know. I think the announcement they made the other day about getting 67% more power out of it, I can't see a Quest 2 happening anytime soon. I can't see it. They've been struggling to make, I think if anything, the headset needs a bit more of a life, a bit more like a console, like a good few years between each one. And the software just becomes better and better in that time, that makes the games and everything run smoother and smoother as people know how to get more and more out of it. But is the current Quest good enough to last 5-6 years? I don't know. We'll see. We shut down the place, make sure the lights are off in the bathroom. How'd you... That sounds like... Quite often I forget to turn the light off in the bathroom. Are you close enough that you've peeked in and had a look and the light's been on around the door of the bathroom? Do you like bears? Sure. Install the foam alcohol hand wash dispensers. You know what, I want to, but they're sold out everywhere. People are like panic buying all that stuff everywhere. I don't know, but I don't know what you call you, Laros? That XR2 chip. I don't know whether it would be a Quest 2 headset or a competing headset might have it. Yeah, we don't need Quest 2 yet. Not yet. We're coming up to the hour. Coming to almost 9 o'clock. Need to go home, have my dinner. Haven't had anything to eat today. No, I tell a lie. I had a bacon sandwich this morning. That's the bonus of working in town, is that you're never far away from a bacon sandwich. But I'm going to do that. So thank you to the 17 people still watching. I appreciate that. All those thumbs up. I appreciate those thumbs up. I appreciate all the questions. What do I want for dinner? I believe it's sausage and chips. The other half has made it for the kids, so I'm going to have to heat it up when I get home. I believe it's sausage and chips. But I do want to pick up some accompaniment type stuff before I head home. So I'm going to pop to the Tesco's and grab some stuff. 5 PM in Florida. Working the night shift. So I don't know if you can tell by my accent, but I'm English. So we're in England, the UK, baby. And out there is Gloucester City, so southwest of England. But I need to shut everything down, I need to get home, turn all the lights off. So I think we're going to end the stream there, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate your support. It's nice to see you guys tuning back in. I haven't forgotten you, you haven't forgotten me. I'll be back at some point. I've got to figure out some way of doing videos. Maybe I'll do live streams like this, 360 live streams, a bit more. I guess I could set up a camera in one of the booth areas, play some games. You can kind of look at the TV. I don't know. I'm sure I could figure something out. As I say, I did have an 8K 360 camera that streams in 4K, but I can't get it to work. So it should, hopefully, in the future, be better quality than what you see now if I get the better camera working. We'll see. Yeah, so thank you everyone for watching. Can I remember my outro? I can't remember. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. That's fine. I'm ugly enough. No, I'm big enough and ugly enough. God, what was my outro? It's been so long. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. That's fine. I'm big enough and ugly enough to take it. I can't remember. You guys are going to have to type it in chat. I can't remember what my outro is. But I know there's definitely a virtual high five in there. And given it's 360, not 3D, I will give you a virtual high five. But I'll remember and watch one of my old videos back to remember what my outro is. Okay, super confused. Anyway, I gotta go. It's late. I gotta go eat because I clearly need it. I'm wasting away here. And thank you guys for all your support, for watching me, following me, all that sort of stuff. I will be back at some point. Maybe sooner, maybe later, I don't know. But have a